Ooh, this should be interesting. We're live. Checking audio. 1, 2, 3. This should be interesting. We're live. Checking audio. Okay. With the feedback there. Hearthstone is open. Set up. Don't have time to spend 3 hours recording, editing a video, so we're going to do it all in about an hour live here on my channel. Gonna go a little over if needed. Ooh, gotta pick 10 cards. Shouldn't be cheating, we should be picking the final reaction live. A little bit of behind baseball here. Have some fun. All those interested, there will be chapters put into this stream after it goes down, so you can skip to the bits that interest you the most. What's this? This is... I did write it down. I can't see it. 1, 2. Give me a calendar for a second to the 11th. Awesome. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hello and welcome. I am Lazzy J, and this is your weekly reminder to do your Tavern Brawl. I'm coming to you live for this session, trying something a little bit different. We did try this over on Twitch last week. I quite enjoyed being able to just free flow rather than trying to edit up a very tight and concise video. And so we thought we'd give it a try on my channel here. And on top of that, for all those interested to jump ahead, we will be putting chapter markers into this video after it comes down. Might not be instant, but it will happen. Have a look down there, skip to the section that interests you, and enjoy. You don't have to stick around for the whole lot, but it will follow a very similar format to my normal shorter videos. Firstly, let's see what we got. Load. This week's Tavern Brawl is called Yellow Brick Brawl. Each player is given Dorothee, which grants charge to minions on one side and Taunt to the other. Build a 10 card deck and we'll give you 3 copies of each. Okay, I believe we have seen this one before. Let's just have a quick look into Hearthstone wiki, and because I'm live I can share my research with you as we go. Have a look. Tavern Brawls. This is quite slow to update these days, so we don't. Oh, it actually updated recently. So yeah, this is 412. If I go into older brawls, do we have Control F? There we are. Yo, Brick Brawl. Let's have a look. So this is the third time we've had this Tavern Brawl. So it was originally back in November 2nd, 2016. We had December 6th, 2017. And now we have 4th of May. Oh, okay, I'm a little bit behind on my mine there. And you have until the 11th of May to get your card pack. It also says here that it was featured in Tavern Brawl 207, which was a multi-Tavern Brawl week. Overall, this brawl sees players recreating the Crone encounter from one night at Karazhan, with each player starting with a special Dorothee minion on the board, granting charge to minions on the left and taunt to the right. Okay, that's good to know. Players use custom constructed decks of any class, containing 10 cards only, with a maximum of 1 copy of each. Upon entering the brawl, each deck is made up of 30 cards, featuring 3 copies of each chosen card. Both players start with 10 health and 10 armor. Ooh, the extra armor, that's a bit different. So there's our Dorothee card we're going to have in the brawl. Some notes: attacking 45 times in one turn, as from a Dreadstreet, repeatedly charging another causes the game to end in a draw. This may be a bug. Okay, so I don't think that's going to be a problem for this one, but there are seen in draws. There are some okay. She cannot target or be attacked. She will not be affected by auras such as minions next to Totem Flame. Yep, okay. She cannot be targeted by spells, battle cries, or hero pelt. And is not affected by AoE. She does not count as a minion for effects such as okay, she does not. She does, however, still take up a minion space on the battlefield. So we only got 6 spaces. Strategy, I don't think that's going to be overly relevant because that's not the last time the Tavern Brawl's been run. Might just keep that available though if we need it. Okay, let's go find a deck to play. I normally kick off with something suggested, normally from Hearthstone or Reddit or something like that, and then if we have the time and the interest, we will try to make our own. So there is this Deathrattle Priest that I wouldn't mind trying. Let's test this out. Gonna go Priest, choose. Okay, let's put it in. Awesome, let's give this a try. So it's running the hero. Having that 3 times would be extremely powerful. Clearing enemy minions. Oh, that feels good. Okay, resummoning. This is a good suggestion. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's have some fun. I'm going to kill my camera just so that we can get the gameplay capture in case this does turn into a video. If I do turn it into a video, it won't be out straight away. It'll probably come out in a couple of days, just because I don't have the time to sit down and edit today.
Your judgment begins.
To all my fans, this one is for you.
Those two. Some of my low end cards here. I think those 2 combo would be pretty good. Yeah, I just don't really have the time to sit down and make the video in the morning. I've got to be in work in the next hour and a half. So I'm trying to make the most of that. And that's why we're doing this as a live stream. I'd like to try to have something out on my channel within 12 hours of the Tavern Brawl dropping.
Job's done.
That leaves me with a very, very tight window to do it all. So I thought I'd give this a try this week. Go live. Which side's Taunt? Taunt's on this side.
Reverberations
Accidents, they happen, you know?
Oh, they're buffing. They're buffing. Even if I got their second one of that, it's going to be a bit hard for them to constantly build up enough momentum.
reporting for duty.
One.
Echoes,
I should have healed. Should have healed.
reporting for duty. Echoes in the darkness.
These guys have obviously got something big up their sleeve.
Observe, analyze, engage.
Powering up. Portal online. Powering up. Portal online.
What's the flight plan?
I'm undead, not dead.
They summon on the right. We should get the Taunt effect on. They want to play at least another 2 minions. Just 2 more mechs just to get his stats up a bit, I'm guessing. 1. Oh, Divine Shield, that works.
Converting stored energy.
It'll act as a little bit of a board clear, not as... It's only 6, so these 2 survive. Wind Fury, and that's going to kill me. GG. GG on that. Mind you, I have to wait for all the animations. We'll give them that one. We'll give them that one. Let's try this one again. I think it's got a good possibility. It's probably not our best option though. What else is floating around? Suggestions.
Nemzi!
Let's dive in!
For the light! For my daughter!
If some of those feel better as options, let's take one of each. The 0 and the 1 don't really come into play until later, unfortunately. I'll put a coin, that's good. Cycle that for now. I'll leave the camera up. And it works. Giving their opponent. Oh, okay, we know what they're running. They're going to have that legendary spell there that will give all their minions. They're probably running some imps. Oh, vicious fledgling. Haven't seen you in quite a while.
Reverberations in the void. Just a might against the echoes in the dark.
No, I actually gave him a 5-5. I thought it was the lowest stat minion when it died. I thought it was a 3-3 or something. No, I was thinking of another card. That's annoying. Oh well. But yeah, they'll be running the legendary spell. Oh, would they?
The demon
Will they be still in the meta in the moment?
power. You'll never get the demon seed.
I'm undead, not dead. Did I spook ya?
Probably should have directed that towards the 5-4. But we'll clear the others. Next turn I'll be able to drop both those again twice, so I'll be able to do 6 damage to the enemies and... if needed, of course.
Let the ritual of absolution commence.
hoping to get the other. That's enough to clear their board. I was hoping to if their attack, that's going. So what do we get here? Wait.
Rest easy. You are safe.
Let the ritual of absolution commence.
What's that one I'm meant to be making copies of? Well,
Those we love are never truly lost.
Korok is back. Korok is back. Korok is back. Korok is back.
I think my opponent's given up there. Yep.
Win this time.
That's my pack. Okay, one more game. Do we want one more game with this one? Yeah, we'll go best out of 3 and then we'll have a look at something else. I think that's the play there. How long are we in at the moment? 23 minutes. We probably have enough time for 1 to 2 more decks. 2 to 3 games of each.
Rastakan! Who stands before King Rastakan?
I will light the way.
I'm keeping at these two just so I've got something to do my turn.
Arcanon Poros.
Let me drop both those in the next couple turns, which means I could resummon them, which would give me a lot of face damage if I ever get to the hero. It feels pretty good.
No time.
Nope, I need to end turn. I'm guessing this guy's running the OTK Sharman, which will be running Null, Sea Giant, Evolve. Mutate. Interesting. Initiative here to start with. Just because we could get the stats off it.
Cast our might against the ever-living echoes.
We can play another Piranha and they can kill him with an honorable kill. Run over the 3-2. Alright, why not play the other Piranha there? That's... Okay.
Job done.
More bones to gnaw on.
I will not be rushed.
Oh, that's just evil. Okay, that's definitely going to be the best one out there. He's so broken. So this is what he was playing. It came over from HS Replay. I was not aware that how it works. That is extremely broken, peoples. Makes sense though.
Thrall versus Uther.
I will bring order.
My elements are frightful.
Oh, we need the echo.
Job done.
I probably need a mulligan harder for going.
Reporting for duty.
Ew.
Reporting for duty.
Happy for them to flood a little bit. What would they be running as a howl combo? Maybe they're going Divine Shield to be defensive?
For the Alliance and my family.
Stop them getting their discounts at least.
Ooh, a rainbow.
Yes, I drop that here.
Bones to gnaw on.
Do that. That's what you need to do.
duty.
I wish I had waited for a little bit more mana.
For a master tactician, this is nothing.
Revolve will handle those if they go big here. I just need my schooling, like... What was all this? It's in my deck. Need a few more cards on board. There we are.
Sink to the depths.
That should get me in range. I trade one, maybe two there. So we'll keep a couple of those minions. The giant goes down and then we just smash them. Oh, don't think I actually had to clear. That's it.
I must have slain 100 or so. I must have slain 100 or so. More bones to gnaw on.
Okay, I've got this. Unless I get bad RNG. That would be the bad RNG if I got that on this one. 8-8 done. I know that's harder than it need to be, but that definitely works.
Thrall versus
Ooh, Rexar, let's see what they got.
Let the hunt begin. My elements are frightful.
Those are poor substitutes. We need schooling, yes. I'm sure I wouldn't say no to.
One shot, one.
I like how it's trying to match up a deck. That is definitely not the deck I'm playing.
Job's done.
Two more cards.
Locked and loaded. Job's done.
there and fight, maggot!
Oops. Okay, I'm just trying to set myself up so that I've got a decent amount of mana. So with the Echo, this guy's going to help me get my clip anyway. So I'm going to play now. Okay, that puts me at 5. What's that going to do? That's 8, 16, 32. Plus, yep, okay. So this is what you need to do. You just need to get enough mana to be able to play your evolves, and then
More bones to gnaw.
and that is going really short. Wow, that was pretty good. Okay, one last thing to play. I did see someone suggesting something with Edwin, which I'm going to guess will be kind of broken as well. Maybe not as good, but we'll go check it out. Anyone else got any suggestions? We're happy to check those out. We're happy to kind of sit down and make up something ourselves if we want as well, but I'm starting to run out of time. I'm not sure if we're going to get there. Let's check this out. And I'm going to sit up. My camera's facing the wrong way. I need to mirror it.
Valera versus Rexar.
I'm looking
Let
the
the
wrong
hunt
direction.
begin.
Remember my blades.
Oh! What crazy shenanigans is this?
Cold, sharp steel.
Really matter, not really. Two coins. Okay, next turn we have a crack. Think I've got the math in my head.
That's right. Feel so generous. That's right. Feel so generous.
I must choose soon.
One more star, I think.
Cold, sharp steel.
There we are. Okay. That one was fun too. Yep. Okay, do we have any more suggestions before we wind out? Let's have a quick look to see if there's anyone posting anything interesting. In the past, they've used stuff like... None of those are valid anymore. Let's go just to have a quick look. Are we truly playing? What cards are we playing with? What's the deck? What's them? Let's just go into something like what have I been playing a lot of lately? Definitely not going to give me the information I want. I'm just going to wall off. That'll have a quick. Okay, it looks like we're playing with the Wild Collection. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that answers that question. So there are plenty of other combos that could come about. Having a quick look across, see if anyone's got any other suggestions. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But yeah, that Edwin and Sharman definitely do appear to be some of the best options. Just, so I'm always open to suggestions. I don't mind deck building, but it normally takes me a while to refine it, and I don't have the time for this session to do that. So, is there anything that stands out? I can't see anything, so we might start to wind it out there. And so Edwin and OTK Sharman, those are two pretty good ones. Hey, let's kind of dive into some strategy talk then. This one is kind of broken in many respects. As long as you can get to a turn that you can play some of your big minions and potentially resummon them. So like we had, I'll chuck the deck quickly up here. We had a brilliant Sharman deck that, I'll just chuck it here. I will chuck both these two decks I talk about for this section into the description if you want a copy of them. The Sharman deck here was really good. You got Null out relatively early. You wanted to have some mana up your sleeve so you could evolve them. But you only need about 5-6 evolves depending on if your opponent has taunts. You may need more, but yeah, so you play that on the charge side. Either take out a taunt or go face. Evolve it, instantly get a charge again, rinse and repeat. So you only just need enough evolves to be able to clear and kill your opponent. If they're not running many taunts, that's probably about 5 or 6 evolves. If they're running a lot, you probably want to wait until a bit later in the game. Maybe you lure them into a false sense of security where they're playing charges instead of evolves. And then just basically go face as much as you can. And yeah, I had a really good game, my last one of that deck, where basically the opponent kind of allowed me to just smash their face multiple times. So that is probably one of the stronger decks out there at the moment. I'm sure there's something that I definitely haven't thought of and I haven't seen people suggesting yet. Outside of that, we also had, let's just delete this one, the Edwin Van Cleef OTK felt quite good too. It was on the road. So this one here, probably that has a few less outs because you're only running Edwin and Arcane Giant. But your big and most powerful card here was Breakdance. So if you're playing your minion on the charge side, you can charge with it for the first turn, bounce it back into your hand and summon another dancer with those stats again. And it really worked well with Arcane Giant. So you play the Arcane Giant, taunt or face, it's great. Then you bounce that back to your hand, especially if your Arcane Giant's costing 0. You get an 8/8 back on the board because of the Breakdance, and you can still play Arcane Giant again on the left side as well, so that's another 16 damage. Do that again potentially if you got more than one of your Breakdances in your hand. On top of that, you also got Shadow Step there, so you can bounce something back as well. That should be enough. All you gotta do is spend your probably first 5-ish, well, not even 5 turns, cycling your spells and trying to get Arcane Giant down to 0 mana. If that starts to fail, I'm guessing the whole reason behind Edwin being there is that if you can play a lot of your spells and end up with 3 mana at the end, you can play him and he'll have big stats. And depending on how many spells you can cycle through, especially if you get your preparations and your counterfeit coin, you could be doing quite a lot of damage. And then even potentially shadow stepping and playing it for an additional 1 mana if you're in that position. I reckon that's probably going to be happening later in the game, probably turn 5, if you really want to pull that off successfully. But it's not the only way. So you still got 2 ways of winning, very similar to what I had up before with the Evolved Sharman, where you got the Sea Giant, the Null, and you just constantly trying to smash them there. So with the Sea Giant and the Knoll, I can bring that back up quickly. Hello. You get the Sea Giant out by playing the Schooling and getting the Piranhas on the board, but you know you can just kind of fill your hand and play that. And again, you just want to... This one's got a bit more... I think this is the better one overall, just because you can evolve in multiple different ways, whereas the other one requires a lot of bounce back, and if you don't have the bounce back tools, and there's only 2 in that other deck, that was the Breakdance and the Shadow Step, you could really run out of momentum, whereas this, you got so many different ways to evolve. They're all cheap. Unstable evolution is absolutely brilliant. Let's just copy that back. And I wanted to highlight it, not remove it. Because of the echo effect, that is absolutely brilliant. If you get your Knoll out for 1 mana and can have 4 or 5 mana to be able to constantly evolve it. Revolve. You can even have the location played in advance, so you could use that. You also have your generic evolve as well as mutate. So all those cards, absolutely brilliant. And just because of the ability to rotate or just have any of those instead of just the 2 options in the Rogue, I feel this is slightly better, but both of them should do well for getting your card pack. So we'll just pop out, we will go in, start to wind out. Okay, so thank you for all those who stopped by past, present and future. This was something a little bit different. It allows me to get my video out within about 4 hours of the Tavern Brawl. It drops at 2 AM my time. It is now 8 AM, so this was 4 hours. I would normally try to stream a bit early if I get the chance. I've run into a little bit of trouble with my video editing. It's not so much... It's more that I want to do more with it, and it's taking me longer and longer to edit my videos the more I do. It's starting to push to 3 to 4 hours to be able to get the video out in time. That's becoming problematic because I have to go to work. So the whole idea is to be able to get this out early, get people seeing what to play. From there, they can go... I can... If it's a good Tavern Brawl, make a video still, but it'll come out about a day later. And on top of that, I can still make shorts to generate interest in these videos. So, I will open my pack and wish you well. There are a few decision points in this Tavern Brawl instead of just kind of smash and run. But a few games in, you should be able to get your win, get your pack, and yeah. You can always move on after that, or you can play more games of Tavern Brawl if you're really enjoying yourself. So until next time, good luck and have fun.